Hello and good morning, LinkedIn Connections. Cian here from McCarty Analytics. We're back with another video in our series on data-driven decision making. We have built our first Power BI view. This would be an executive overview. There is quite a lot of information here, so we're going to talk today about how you can filter through it. We did implement some filters last week in terms of what date you can look at, what salesperson you want to see. But here we're going to talk about how we can navigate through the data and filter it without even having to use our filters up the top. So when you have your Power BI visuals built, all of them are dynamic and interactive by default. So if we want to just look at John's sales instead of listing him here in our filter, we can just click on John's name in the sales amount by person bar chart, and it's going to filter automatically for us, and it's only going to show us all of the data that's relevant to John. This is a good view. It's not the one that I prefer to deliver as part of my analysis, because I just feel that sometimes it's not as easy to see the information. So you can hover over and you can see, but I would rather have only the data that's relevant to John presented, rather than being able to show it as a portion of the overall. So to do this, we're going to click on our sales amount by person. We're going to come to format here up in the top ribbon, and then we're going to go to edit interactions on the left hand side. So now that we've clicked edit interactions, we can see that we've got a couple of options for each visual. And this is going to allow us to either filter the data based on the selection that we make, or it will just highlight it. So in this case, we are going to filter our data on our visuals. So now that we've got all of our data filtered for the different visuals, we can go back to edit interactions, click this again. That's very important to turn that off. And now when we come back to John's data point and click on it, we can see that that has only shown John's figures rather than showing them as a highlighted portion of the overall. From my point of view, this is a much more powerful feature to be able to use. So now people can navigate through, they don't need to use the filters up the top. Again, we can do this for every visual that we have. So if we want to just look at the region, we're going to need to go through the same process. As you click it without making the changes, you can see that it only highlights the details. But again, we want to go through the same process that we just did. Go to format in the top ribbon, go to edit interactions, and then we're going to filter each one of our visuals based on what we select. Some of them are already selected by default just by the nature of the visual itself, like the trend axis or the scatter plot down here. And then we're going to go back to edit interactions in the top left hand corner so that we can turn this feature off again. It's very important to do, make a note of that. So now when we click on North instead, we can see that we're just going to see the values in all of the other charts relevant to the North region. Again, to the South, East, West, and we can just keep an eye on our visuals and see if we're seeing any trends. So now that we have gotten the different filtering views done, I think that it's a good time to maybe move on to a new page in our next video. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to rename our page. We're going to call this Executive Summary, because this will be a view that only the executives will come on and access. And in our next video, we're going to add a new page. Here you can see the new page button. We're just going to click that. It's going to open up a blank page, and then we're going to implement some drill down features so that you're able to see more detail from your overall executive summary. So that's it for another video today. Thank you very much for tuning in once again. Please come back next week where we'll build some drill through features and allow you to navigate through your data and really tell a story with the information as well. So if we want to see more details in a different view about John as a salesperson, we can do that. We'll drill through to a new page which will have much more details and much more relevant information to what the executive might be looking at underneath the sales amount by person. Thank you very much for tuning in today once again, and I'll see you very soon.